Hi, thanks so much for joining. Today we're going to do some standing poses as well as balancing poses. This will be about a 20-minute session. We're going to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose, creating space between the soles of the feet and the crown of the head by grounding energy downward from your hips through the legs into the feet and lifting energy skyward from the navel point up through the ribs, the chest, the back of your neck, and your skull. Take a couple of deep breaths, being really present in your body, bringing your awareness fully onto your mat. We'll open the eyes if they're closed. We're going to step the feet your leg distance apart for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Turning your toes to one side. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Front heel lines up with the arch of the back foot. Inhale, lift the arms, and exhale, shift your ribs way out over that thigh. Notice the thigh bone descends. Hand comes somewhere on the leg other than your knee for support as you roll back this top shoulder so that it lines up with your hip, and then top arm extends. You can look down at the floor if your neck is tight. You could look toward the center of your room, or you can turn your head and gaze up past the fingertips. We are engaging the legs, so feel the thigh muscles begin to really tone. And then envision that this front calf muscle is sucking into the back of the shin bone. And that really engages the entire leg. It protects your knee. Now inhale and come up. Turning your toes to the other side. Get that back toe at a 45-degree angle. Front heel matches the back arch. Lift the arms. Exhale, hinge the ribs over the thigh. Arm comes down for support, and this top shoulder lines up with the hip. So your pose may not be where your bottom hand is on your foot. You might have to come up higher so that you keep your ribs and hips in line with your feet, and you're like in between two panes of glass. Choose a good position for the head, for your eyes, so that you can comfortably breathe and work the action of your legs. We want to start to really tone the legs for the balancing poses that are to come. So wrap those thigh muscles around the thigh bones. Feel the calf muscles suck toward the back of the shin bone and ground through the four corners of the feet. Inhale, come up. Nice. And then let's turn the toes around to that first side. And I'm going to shorten my stance a little bit. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Inhale, lift the arms out for balance and look toward your big toe as you bend your front knee. Start to hinge your weight over that foot so that this back foot is light. So all of my weight is going through that foot so that it's easier to hinge over with the front hand and your torso and roll back this top hip bone and your top shoulder. And again, you can look down to the center of your room, or you can gaze up past your fingertips on top. Keep your legs totally strong. Micro bend that standing knee if you need to, and lengthen your tailbone toward that back heel. Feel your breath. Stay steady. Bend your standing knee and inhale and come up. Nice. Turning your toes to the other side. The stance is fairly short. The position of your feet are like triangle. Inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, bend that front knee. Your toe disappears, and then the weight is right over that standing foot. Back leg is light as you exhale into Ardha Chandrasana. Rolling the top hip back as well as your shoulder. Radiating breath and energy out from the solar plexus into the limbs to then the tips of the toes and the fingertips. Steady breath. Bend the knee, inhale, come up. Good. Now, stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Long tailbone, nice open chest. Good. Tree pose, standing on one foot. Open the toes of that foot. Pick up the other foot, and then either take the foot, you can have it right on the ankle, the calf, or grab the ankle and pull it up into your inner thigh. Palms in front of the heart, collarbones spinning backward. Breath is smooth, gaze is soft. Firming the foundation of your inner thigh to the sole of your foot. It's not just kind of hanging out there, that foot, or it'll slip right off the inner thigh. We want to push it into the thigh and thigh into the foot, and then reach your arms overhead. And exhale, lower. And lower the foot. Shake out that standing leg if needed. Open the toes of the other foot. Tailbone is long. We become light on the other side as you choose a very good spot for the sole of the foot to connect with your inner leg. And then the two halves come together in front of the heart as your palms meet. Breath in and out. Inhaling when you're ready for the arms to come overhead. And exhale. Good. Shake out that leg. We're going to stand on the other foot and then hand on the hip. Inhale, lift up your opposite knee, grab the front of the knee, and then roll that shoulder back so that your shoulders and your collarbones are nice and square. Okay, push down through the sole of that standing foot. Inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, open the knee wide. When that happens, your opposite shoulder might want to twist toward your bent knee, so lengthen that opposite collarbone toward the shoulder, right, away from the knee. Push down through the sole of the foot as you breathe into your chest. If your balance is pretty steady, turn your head and look over the opposite shoulder, away from the knee. Then inhale and look forward, bring your knee back to the center, and then hands on the hips, float the knee. Maybe you even extend the leg straight, and then place it down. Shake out that leg. Open the toes of the other foot. Nice strong leg, tailbone long, and then pick up the opposite knee. Roll the shoulder back so you're nice and square in the chest. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, open the knee wide. Opposite collarbone is nice and long, so your shoulder blades are on your back. Breath is moving in and out. Belly is lifting. And when the balance is good, turn your head, look over the opposite shoulder. Keep breathing. Inhale, look forward, knee back to the center, hands on the hips, float the knee or the leg, and lower. Good, and then shake that out. All right, warrior three. We're gonna stand, we're gonna kind of turn with the mat, and you're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're gonna have the hands right here at the center of the heart. You're gonna bend your front knee, and you're gonna lean your weight right over that foot. The back foot's gonna lift, the hips stay square as your torso and your back leg kind of line up. We're dropping the hip of your extended leg side, and this leg that's standing, we're lifting that outer hip up and back. Both legs strong, crown of the head and the sole of the foot behind you are reaching away from each other. Bend your standing knee, inhale, and come up. We'll turn to the other side. Opposite foot is in front here. Bend the knee, look forward. Feel your weight shift over the sole of the foot. Start to float your back leg as your torso hinges over. We're lowering the hip of your extended leg side and we're lifting the opposite hip up and back. Breathing, shoulder blades moving toward the spine and down the back. Bend the knee and stand tall. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Observe the legs. Observe sensation between the crown and the feet. And then we'll balance again on one foot, picking up your opposite knee, cross the ankle over the knee, and then we're gonna just have the hands out for balance as you sit back into an invisible chair. Really let the breath engage. You could also have your palms together if you like that position more. Yeah, breathe into the hips. Keep both feet active, toes open. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Nice. Switching sides. Opposite ankle crosses over the top of the knee. Arms can be open for balance as you sit down. Deepening those inner groins back into the hips as they soften. Feet stay nice and active and engaged. Keep breathing. Inhale, push into that foot, lift with the crown, and stand nice and tall. Okay, turning. I'm going to turn anyway. We're going to come into Utkatasana. So your feet are just maybe an inch apart, okay? You could have the big toes touch, the heels wide. You could just separate your feet an inch. We're going to bend the knees, and you're going to bend and hinge at your groin, and it's going to go back here. You're hinging at the knee, and you're hinging in the front of the ankle, and then arms up alongside your ears. Gaze straight ahead, so your chin's just barely tucked, and engage your breath. Inhale, reach up through your inner arms. Exhale, sit down a little deeper. Inhale, feel your side chest muscles lengthen upward. Exhale, sit down a little deeper. One more breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale and sink. Now inhale, push into your feet, stand tall. Exhale, your arms down to your sides. Good. Now we're gonna repeat that, and I'm gonna add on a squat. So if you have knee issues, you can skip the squat and just do Utkatasana. So bend the knees, arms up alongside the ears, sit down, sit down. Now either stay here or keep going. If your heels come up, totally fine. If they stay down, fine. We're gonna squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze your inner knees together. Envision your hip bones squeezing toward each other. Now reach those arms even higher. Reach, reach, reach. Back to Utkatasana, so push into your feet. Plant those heels if they came up. Sit down into your hips. Push into the feet, inhale. Exhale. Samastitihi, palms together. Steady legs. Steady breath. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that 20 minutes of standing poses and balancing. Have a great day. Namaste.